here. I'm kind of here. Kinda. Just kinda. Get all my ducks in a row down here. They are quacking loudly today. Let me see if we can get it pulled up. Oh, it's so slow. So slow. But it is 5 o'clock on a Thursday. It is time for Buddy Chat. And let's see if we have anybody here. If you're here, let me know you're here by telling me who you are. Because like I said, it only tells me a Facebook user unless you tell me what your name is. Isn't that crazy? It says I have several, yep, I have a lot of, oh, Heidi. Heidi, you were the first one today to say hello. And I can see that I have more and more people. I just can't tell who you are. So Mindy, you're having a beautiful day in Whispering Pines. Now, yesterday you said it was down in the 30s, 38. Is that what you said? That's cold. I looked at ours this morning. We were just down into the 40s. And it has been raining all day. And I have loved it. And last night in the evening, it was thundering and lightning, and I'm running out to look at it because I love it. I just love it. All right, we have Debbie from Daytona Beach and Kim Penn's here. And Jan Squires is from Crystal River, Florida. Melissa from Louisiana. And Lynn is here, Lynn Franklin. Heidi, it was 39 this morning? Oh, dang. Kim is from Sacramento. And hi, Alice. Well, I have loved today so much because it has just like started out raining this morning at 7, and it really hasn't stopped much. We've had little bits of where it didn't rain as much, but then all of a sudden a downpour, and it's great. Too bad it's not like July when we needed it, but I love it. I love it a lot. But I know that if this were November or December, this would be snow coming down. Crazy. I'm not looking towards the snow a bit. In fact, this is a great time of year because you don't have to mow the grass as often, you don't have to water it, and you don't have to shovel snow. I mean, could it be better than that? I think. Oh, Mindy, how can it be at 37 in the morning and warmed up to 80? I have a confession to make. I actually turned my little space heater on today. I've been in my studio all day long. It's been so busy. In fact, this week I've been in here all day, every day. In fact, so much that when I walk out and try to focus my eyes a further distance, I can't do it. So like right now, I can kind of see my camera. I can't see things on the wall because my focus has been really tight for a while. I've been filming classes. I have been writing other classes. I have been so busy. And if you'll look behind me, this is why my lighting is a little off today. I feel like I am spotlighted right here. It's okay. It's okay. I got this new quilt behind me, and this is a new class, and it's on the website right now. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. Melissa is from Louisiana. I think we already talked about that. Okay, I noticed that Valerie was here from the UK. Midnight. Oh, Valerie, you are so good. You are so good. And Joyce Hawker, you are here. Joyce, how are you liking this rain? Joyce is just up the road from me. I am loving it, and I'm going to sneeze. I don't know. I've been cleaning some of my quilting rooms. I have a couple, right? Don't we all have a couple? And so there's been a little bit of dust today, and I have found quilts. I'm thinking, well, project. I'm thinking, what is this? I honestly pulled it out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And another one I pulled out I have never seen before. Thinking, where'd this come from? I don't know. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. And the thing that I don't know what it is, there's 4 of them. I think they were placemats with a ribbon, but it doesn't look like it. They're really kind of ugly. I'm probably going to give them to the thrift store and let them have them. I don't know. I just don't know. and I've been collecting a lot of things. It's called our Deseret Industries here, where we take the things that they can possibly resell. And I've got several bags right now, you know, older clothes and things that you just don't know what to do with. Okay, I have, I'm going to start you out with this. I'm going to see who said that. My phone does not pull up as quickly as my computer does, but my computer does not give me your name. It says, we had rain and wind for the last 3 days. Not loving it at all. Woohoo, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my phone is frozen, but this is over here, it's not. So it's frozen in time. I'm really sorry. So I don't know who says what they're saying, because I can pull you up on my computer, but it doesn't tell me who you are. Okay, what does my son say? He says, start it all over again. Well, I don't have time to do that. Oh, I had a lot of windows open. Maybe that would be my problem. Just 1 second here. Okay, so while it's thinking over here, and it's not thinking very quickly, here's a fun fact. Are you ready for this? You know how like, did you know that I did the other day? This is a good one. Are you guys a late night stayer-upper, or do you go to bed early? I go to bed early. Oh, Valerie, you had the wind and the rain. Thank you for identifying that, because my phone is still not working over here. So I can see what you say. I just don't know who you are. So Valerie, thank you. And I'm still trying to focus my eyes. Not working at all. So maybe my phone is just like me. It's just not working. Okay, people who stay up late at night. This is a fun fact. I don't know if it's proven, but it's a fun, did you know? People who stay up late at night have more psychopathic tendencies than those that go to bed early. Okay, Valerie, that might be you. It's midnight. So I don't stay up late. I like to, in fact, by 7 o'clock, I mean, the days are getting shorter. The sun's going down. I kind of want to start winding down. I don't know about you guys, but I like to wind down at night. I don't like to, I'm not an all-nighter anymore. Okay, it's not going to work. I am so sorry. I'm not going to be able to tell who you are. At least I'll be able to tell what you said. But I'm going to ask you some questions in a minute. I really need to know who you are. So when I ask you the questions, if my phone doesn't pull you up, will you please just put your first name and then tell me what the answer is. All right. So are you a late night stayer or an early to bed? I don't mind getting up early. Thank you, Valerie. I'm so glad you're here. Yes. I guess I'm not really here. What can I say? So do you stay up late? Do you go to bed early? Nobody's answered me yet except Valerie. Late night. Kim says late night. Really? Oh, are you a psychopath? Maybe you are. I don't know. All right. I thought that was a fun little thing to hear. All right, here's another one that I saw just today, and I think one of you posted it. I think Barb did. What do you call 2 ducks and a cow? Okay, I want your answers. What do you call 2 ducks and a cow? 2 ducks and a cow. What do you call 2 ducks and a cow? I'm really upset with my phone right now. Oh, somebody says we have snow in the mountains. Yes, we do. As soon as I finish here, I'm going to pull up my blinds and see how much snow we got in the mountains. Debbie, you're a late nighter? Whoa. Eggs and milk, that would be really good. That's not the answer. Not for this one. Eggs and milk is perfect. Perfect. My little ladies have had to stay in the coop all day because it has been so blowy. They don't like the wind, and they'll come out in the rain, but they don't like it as much because then they get wet. So they've been all huddling in the coop, and they're thinking, oh, the snow's going to come. This isn't going to be fun. Okay, what do you call 2 ducks and a cow? Milk and quackers. Ta-da! Okay, I thought that was kind of funny. I guess maybe, maybe not. All right, so I'm not going to be able to tell who you are the whole time now. Oh, Valerie said that she's normally in bed by 10:30 or 11. Now, that's a rare night for me. Some nights I'm in my jammies by 8 o'clock and thinking, oh, can I go to bed yet? But I don't want to be up all night. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to sleep. Mindy was correct. Okay, I didn't see that. Like I say, I'm having trouble with... Oh, yeah, you did. Milk and quackers. You did. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I did not see that. I'm fussing with my phone over here, and it's causing me issues. Okay, yep, Robin, Mindy did get it. Okay, I have another did you know here. This is deep thought, okay? So one of my kids called me today, Burke in particular. I'm sure you're watching, Burke. And he said, how many weeks do you have in a lifetime? And I thought, well, and I happen to have my calculator right in front of me because I've been writing patterns and things. And I said, well, okay, I think in a lifetime you probably have about 4,600. Oh, that's true. If you have, I mean, you think about it in years. If you're 90, you live to be 90, 95, that's how many weeks you have. That's not very many weeks. You think about 90 years, years go on forever, right? And you think 90 years, that's a lot of years. But when you think about 4,000 weeks, that's not very many weeks. And when you think that before 10, you have 500 weeks, more than 500. So it really boils down to you only have about, excuse me, that dust is getting to me, about 4,000 weeks that you have really, that you can do things with. And when you think about all the ones that you've already had, those are gone. You can't take those back. The weeks are kind of short, and the days are getting shorter, at least right now. So what are you going to do with those weeks that you have left? Is that a deep thought? Is that way too deep? I think it is pretty deep. And it makes me think about, okay, I think I mentioned it on Wednesday when I was on. Don't eat on your fine china. Use it up. Enjoy everything you have left. And if you think about, in fact, okay, there was a fellow near us that the doctors gave him 2 months to live. And I thought, what would I do with 2 months if I knew I had 2 months to live? I mean, we don't ever know how long we have to live, but what would you do? 2 months. And then he died 2 days later. So he didn't have any time left. But think about that, use your time, have some fun. Make the things that you want to make. Don't let those kits sit in the closet. Get them out and make them. Have some fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy your time while we have it, right? So when we talk about 4,000 weeks, how many have you got left? Ooh, that's a little scary. At least it is to me. Okay, let me talk a little bit about not enough time. Enjoy it. Exactly, Heidi. Not enough time. We have to enjoy everything we have here. And life is too short to make enemies and to be mean to someone or talk rudely in the grocery store. Life is too short. We need to enjoy what we have now with our kids, doing things with our families, and just learning all that we can, because that's what I want to do. I want to enjoy. I want to have fun in my life. I do. That's why I'm here with you. Okay, and this quilt behind me, I am so excited about this. I just love it. So this one is called Perfectly Piecing, but on the website it's called Jump Into Quilting, because you need to jump in with both feet. You just need to get in, like use the good china, okay? Get in with both feet and just enjoy it. Try something new. So this is a pattern that I just really dearly love. It's easy to do. It is, it looks more complicated. It's not. It's not. And so when I originally put this one out there, I thought this is going to be for people that maybe have wanted to learn how to quilt. Maybe all you do is embroider, right? Or maybe all you do is serge, right? But you need to learn how to quilt, or you want to learn how to quilt. That's what this was designed for, to learn how to just quilt and enjoy it. And this was an easy one. I'm going to move out of the way just a little bit. But you look at that, how fun that is. So the class was called An Introduction into the Other All-American Pastime. Okay, because this is what people have been quilting for umpteen years. And people are starting to pick it up again, and they really want to learn how. If you wanted to learn how to quilt, then this is a really good one for you. I'm going to go into an introduction of the tools that you need, the must-have tools, and then we're going to make that together, okay? And if you have made 50 quilts and you still want to do that, jump in. Let's do it. It's called Jump Into Quilting. That's the name of that class. All right, the other class is called Finishing the Quilt, because this one right here is just going to teach you how to piece the quilt together, okay? In finishing the quilt, we're going to talk about all the tools that you need to finish a quilt, like your rotary cutter and your mat and your stiletto by adding the quilt binding foot. And then we're going to talk about what you need to do to prepare your quilt, to send it to the quilter, to have it quilted, and what a quilt sandwich is, and the binding and the backing and all that. We're going to talk about trimming the edges once you get it back from the quilter, because you get it back and you got to trim everything off. You got to make it square, right? We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to cut and prepare your binding, and we are going to bind it. Now, I'm not going to demo how to hand bind, because you just sew it on and then you do it by hand, but I'm going to show you how to machine bind. So if this is the class you've been waiting for, how to do that quick and easy machine binding, this is the class for you. It's called Finishing That Quilt. All right, and it covers all of those things in it. Those are really fun things to do. So if you don't want to do the quilting class, the Jump Into Quilting, that's okay. If you want to learn how to machine bind, take this class. It's called Finishing the Quilt, and that will tell you everything you need to know. I will go around all four corners. In fact, you have to sit and watch me completely bind this quilt. All right, I'm not going to take any breaks, not going to send you off. You can definitely go off somewhere if you want, but I will walk you through every single step that you need to do to put that binding together, to put it on your quilt, to miter the corners when you sew it on the first time, to miter them when you machine bind and top stitch it the second time. You are going to love it. If you've been waiting for this class, it's waiting for you. There you go. All right, and this one is still, I love this bag. I just love this bag so much. This one is still on the website for a discount until 11:59 Mountain Time tonight. So if you've been wanting this class and you want to have this grab it and go bag, this one is so perfect. I love it because I can just fit it around me and you don't even feel like you're carrying a bag. It's really my phone holder and my credit card holder. That's all I need. And maybe a nail file, chapstick, a little bit of lotion, some tissues. Look at all the stuff I can put in this. But that's what I do. I love it. Are there any questions? It's not. Really? Your long armor squares your quilts? Wow. I don't know who said that, but that is amazing. Mine don't. I have to bring it home and I quilted myself. So no, I don't do it for me. I have to bring it in this room and square it. But I do. Does the grab and go bag pattern include instructions or just the pattern pieces? It does have instructions with pictures. So if you want to just buy the pattern, you can just buy the pattern. If you want to have the tutorial where you sew along with me, then that would be a good thing to do. And with this, I always like tutorials. I like to have patterns, but to have someone sew it with me, I love that. Because then I'm never lost. I'm never confused now, what did she say to do there? Or what does this really mean? I'll walk you through every step. All right? It's not a hard bag to do. It'll take you a while, but it's fun. And as soon as you're done, you can grab it and go. What is the name of my website? It is Barb. No, it's sewwithbarb.com. I can't keep all this straight. Yes, so many of you signed up for that bag class yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I love it. I just love it. It is so fun to do. Let's see if there's any other questions. Okay, I don't see anything new. And I'm trying to read far away. I could put my glasses on. They're sitting right here, but I didn't. I still could. All right. It's not going to let me. Darn it. Just when you, maybe it's the weather. I think that's what it is. Is it the weather? Okay. When I was making this and realizing there's probably some things that people don't know about with quilting, like some terms like WOF. What does that mean? Somebody quick, what does WOF stand for? I know you know this one. WOF. The first time I saw that, I thought, what are they saying here? All right, do you remember what that means? It means width of fabric. So if someone says, cut me 2.5 inches WOF, that means width of fabric, right? Right. You popped it up there. It just didn't pop up soon enough. Oh, you all know. Okay, you guys don't need this one. I might have my glasses on. All right, so tell me how big a fat quarter is. I'll be watching over here. I won't know who you are, but I'll be watching. A fat quarter is how big normally? I know that you're doing it. Where is it? I'm watching too many things. I'm trying to watch you too. How big is a fat quarter? And don't Google it. I know you know this one. This is kind of an easy one, right? It is 18 by 22. You came up with that really quick. All right, so if you had a fat eighth, how big is that? It is 9 by 22. A fat eighth is 9 by 22. So a fat eighth, okay, boy, I'm getting lots of different answers on there. Hi, someone says hello, Barb. I don't know who it is. So a fat eighth is not the width of fabric. A fat eighth is 9 inches by 22. So what they've done is they take a quarter of a yard and just make it short. So it's 9 by 22. Does that make sense? How big is a layer cake? If you buy a layer cake, how big are those squares? Do you know? This one, I don't use a lot of pre-cuts. So this one I had to say, whoa, I don't know what it is. A layer cake is how big? I know, you didn't know you're going to have a test today, did you? A layer cake, come on, 10 inches, yes. It doesn't pull you up very quickly over here. But yep, 10 inches. And so then you know that a charm pack is going to be 5 inches. So they are fun to use, very fun to use. You don't have to cut anything. And a jelly roll is 2.5 inches by 42. And different jelly rolls have different amount of strips in it. So if you wanted, and you're probably wondering why the big ones cost so much more than maybe the ones that are a little bit smaller. That's why. It has more fabric in it. All right, so I have actually written up a paper for you, and I will post it on the files here right after we finish here, because I think some things in here are good to know. And a lot of these you're already going to know, but here you're going to have it in one little spot. Maybe there's somebody that you're talking to and they don't know what, let's see what else in here. Maybe you don't know. I talk about the bias, the raw edges, straight of the grain, cross grain. A flimsy, I have never heard it called a flimsy. Do you know what a flimsy is? This was brand new to me as I was doing research. Do you know what a flimsy is? It's kind of a weird word, a flimsy. A flimsy, in case you don't know, is a completed quilt top with no batting and no backing. Means it's just floppy. It's flimsy. Okay, easy one for that one. All right, Valerie, you'll know this one. And I did a pattern once from Australia, and it kept asking for wadding. And I thought, what the heck is wadding? I figured it out, but what is wadding? And Valerie, I know that in the UK, you don't call batting batting, but batting and wadding are the same thing. It's just different names in different countries. All right, a lot of this you already know. I'm not going to go through it all, but I'll give it to you when we're done. I do want to get down to some of the fun ones. Okay, are you ready for this? So I just pulled fun abbreviations here. Let me see if you know what these are. I'm going to wait for you. Okay, flimsy, I'd never heard of that. It does sound a little British, doesn't it? It might be. Flimsy might be British. I don't know. All right, here's a good one. Now, I'm going to drill you with a few of the ones that you probably know what they are. What does WIP stand for? I'm really testing you guys today, aren't I? WIP. WIP. Does anybody know? I won't know who you are when you say it, but please tell me if you know what that is. WIP. I'm going to shut this window. WIP. All right. Do I have to give it to you? Nobody knows. At least it's not popping up for me over here. WIP is a work in progress. We know what a UFO is, but a WIP is a work in progress. So can you imagine what a WISP is? See, now you're pulling it up. I think it's just slow. WISP, and you're probably typing that in right now as we speak, but it's just not pulling it up. I think things are just slow. I think it's the weather, totally the weather. I'm going to put you away because you're not doing me any good. Okay, WISP is a work in slow progress. Do you like that one? All right. Pigs. What about pigs? PIGS. PIGS. I love this one. Yes, work in slow progress. Pigs. Does anybody know what PIGS stands for? PIGS. Any ideas? Work in static progress. That's good. Okay, pigs, PIGS. I got it and thought I was kidding. Nope, you were not kidding. Okay, pigs. In case you're not pulling, it's just really slow. I don't want to make you wait. Oh, you got it. Projects in grocery sacks. I love that one. How many? Well, like I was cleaning my room in there, I pulled things out. I thought, what the heck is this? I found backings. I found tops that hadn't been finished. I'm thinking, I've got to get busy. I've got stuff to do. All right, do you know what PIPS, PIPS is? PIPS. I like this one because I actually use them. PIPS. This one is project in pizza boxes. All right, here's, I'm going to give you a couple more. Squid, SQUID. 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 I like this one. Squid, SQUID. This one is sewing a quilt until I die. Is that how you feel sometimes? Sewing a quilt until I die. Some of those projects take a long time. This one, by the way, will not take you a long time. This one will be fun. You can do it in a day. Okay, this one is good. Wombat. WOMBAT. Someone said I've got a lot of pigs. That's okay. I just, my technology is not working, whoever tuned in late, so I can't tell who you are. So if you want to say your name, that will help me. Squid, sewing it until I die. Sewing a quilt until I die. Wombat, WOMBAT. I liked this one because sometimes, like when I've been cleaning today, I'll pull that out and thought, what was I thinking? Wombat. A waste of money, batting, and time. A waste of money, batting, and time. That's a wombat. Do you have any wombats? I know I do. All right, the last one I want to pull up is WWIT. WWIT. It's not that something you can say. WWIT. Do you know what that one is? Hi, Rhonda. Because she said her name. I know who she is. WWIT. This is the one that I just said. What was I thinking? Do you ever get a kit out that you bought a long time ago, or even fabric, and think, what was I thinking? I went through a brown period. I do too. where I like brown fabric. I had read somewhere that when you wear brown, people trust you more. So they'll see you in brown. So I thought, I need to wear brown. I want to be trusted. So I think I have a lot of brown fabric. It was kind of a thing a few years ago where we had brown and gray together and brown and blue together. I have a lot of brown. I don't even like it anymore. I've just got brown. So I'm going to have to wait till it comes back into style. What was I thinking? Thank you, Mindy. What was I thinking? That's what I think. All right, I do want to go over one thing. As I was making this quilt and writing the pattern for it and trying to decide what things I would want to know as a quilter, one of the things that I love that really is a game changer for me is nesting your seams. Do y'all know what nesting your seams is? Raise your hand if you know that one. Nesting your seams. Kim, you're on an orange kick. I like orange. Do you say orange or say orange? Depends on where you're from. Orange to me. All right, nesting your seams. Do you nest? Because I want to talk about it. I seem to collect blues. I have a lot of blues. This back here is off my cherished shelf. And that shelf is my red, white, and blue collection that I never sew out of because I just love the fabric so much. I think, what am I going to do with that? I don't know. I want it to be special. And yet I really, when they talk about, I like bright and cheery fabrics, but I really love dark and dirty. It feels warm. It feels cuddly. It feels like fall. I mean, those are the fall colors, right? And so when I made this, I thought I really need to have something that makes me feel warm. And that's the fall. So that's why I made that one. So that's kind of my coloring to the red, white, and blue. And I love bright and cherry. Who knows? I mean, everything has to be a different color, right? All right, let's go back to nesting seams. Sometimes I nest my seams. It depends. Well, let me talk to you about what nesting seams is in case maybe you don't know what that is. I'll go down here. And this one's going to be way too bright. I've moved my lighting around a little bit today so that you can see what's behind me. So I've got shadows where they don't normally have shadows and too much light where there's not enough light. All right, so these are two seams that I have sewn right here. And I have pressed this one this way and this one this way. So that's what it means to nest your seams. So like on the quilt behind me, I had rows that I wanted to nest the seams. So I would iron the odds to the left and the even numbers to the right because I had numbered each row. And right here, it gave me my seams going the opposite directions, just like that. So when I nest them, there's a little bump on this side as you pull it up. So it's going to be ironed that way. The bump is on this side. And this one that's ironed this way, the bump is on that side. So when I put these together, I need to make sure my seams are going opposite directions so those bumps kind of slide in together. And you can feel that bump coming together. You can feel it. But I also put a pin in there to keep that bump right where it needs to be. And that nests the seam. And then it's almost a fail-safe way to put your seams together because almost no matter what happens, that's going to be a perfect lined up seam. And don't you want your points to match? I love it when they do. Even when I do bags, like down here, I want, you can't see because it's dark fabric, I want my seams to match right there. That's really important to me to have those seams match. So I go over how you're going to match those seams in the class. Anyway, and I do go over nesting the seams in this quilt back here because to me that's really important. I want my seams to match up. But the nice thing about this quilt is that you don't have to match that many seams. You'll notice they're all going different directions. It's not quite a crazy piecing quilt, but it's just a fun quilt that you can do quickly. In fact, this would be an easy starter quilt if you've never quilted before. This is one that I would say start with this one. And if you've done 100 quilts, I would say you want a fun afternoon project, this is the one I'd do. I mean, we do a lot of very detailed works, right? We do a lot of those. And sometimes we just need a breather, and we just need to know that this one's going to work out, right? That's kind of how I feel. All right, does anybody have any questions or comments? And I will post this silly page right after. And it's just got a lot of terms and things on it because I thought, you know what? I need to talk about these things because we forget. We just RST, that's right sides together, right? I mean, maybe somebody, when I first did a quilt, I thought, what are all these abbreviations? I didn't know what they all were. I had to figure it out, or I had to pay attention in the pattern to see what it meant. But I'm going to write them all down here for you. So now you got it. But you already know them, I know, but there might be a couple in there you've never heard of. And maybe there's some that you can add to it. Does anybody have any fun one they want to add? Any silly ones? Do you know what? Let's see if there's one more on here. FOB. I should put FOMB. FOMB would be mine. And Alice, that would be directed right to you. FOMB. It's not on the list, but this is the one. Because Alice, I noticed that just this week, she has machine binded a quilt. And I'm so proud of you, Alice. And she said she liked it because she had that machine, that quilt binding foot. So FOMB would be fear of machine binding, right? I love it. All right, one more. Nesty, N-E-S-T-Y. Can you think of what that might mean? N-E-S-T-Y. N-E-S-T-Y. Yep, I like that one. PhD, projects half done. Kathy Smith. Yep, I think that one might be on here. Yep, it is. Okay, nesty. What does nesty mean? Finished another one today, Alice. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm so glad you're on the train. Okay, nesty, N-E-S-T-Y. Not even started yet. Do you know how many of those I have? I'm sure none of you have a nesty. I do. I'm building myself a nest. Oh, well. Oh, well. All right. I'm going to get this posted so that you can all read it and maybe laugh with me. And maybe in your quilt groups, you can test them, see if they know what all those things mean, because they're kind of fun. They are. All right. So a reminder that this is on discount, and the discount name is Grab Bag. It is on discount until $11.59 tonight. Don't delay. If you want to make this bag with me, get it at a discount. And this back here is called, I have to always look because I forget what they're called. Okay, it is called Jump Into Quilting because we're going to jump into it. All right, both feet. You're going to jump in and you're not going to stop. You're going to make this one, then you're going to make another one and another one. But isn't it nice to make a quilt where you don't get discouraged or you don't think, oh, I'll have to wait till tomorrow to finish this. I just don't have the brain power right now. No brain power. This is just fun. Just jump into quilting and you can do it. And the finishing of this one with the binding and learning how to square up the quilt and how to make your binding, how much binding you're going to need. I think I even talk about if you're doing in one of these classes, I talk about the ratio for borders. Did you ever wonder how to do your ratio for borders? Because you want to put borders on, but you think, oh, should I do a 2-inch? Should I do a 3-inch? Well, there's actually a ratio for that. Where did I think it's in this one. And I teach you how to decide how much binding you need, which I think is pretty a cool thing to do. You're going to learn how to buy the right amount of fabric for that binding so that you can do it. And these are straight cuts bindings. They are not the bias. Okay, I'm not seeing it right off, but there is a ratio. It's actually, it is on the one I'm going to give you today. It is right at the top. The golden rule, the golden ratio rule for borders is 1.6 to 1. So each border should be 1.6 times larger than the previous one. Did you know that? I knew it needed to be bigger, but it just finishes your quilt, so it's feng shui. So it is perfect. So it's not out of balance. So 1.6 bigger than the border before it. So if you got two borders, one's got to be 1.6 bigger. There you go. Okay, that is in the handout I'm going to give you today. All right, unless you have something else, what size is the class quilt? This one is a lap size that I made behind me, but you can make it any size you want. So this one is a 54 by 72. That is the one that we make. But add more blocks, you got a bigger quilt. All right? It's easy to do. Take some away if you got a smaller quilt. If you don't want to make that many, you don't have to. It's kind of fun. It's pretty easy to do. I think you'll like it. All right, so this one's up there today. I will actually make a post about it later on today. But first thing I'm going to do is get this handout on there where you can find it under files. But I'll put it in there right now. It's a Quilting Terms. It's going to be fun. Any questions? Yep, I'm going to post it on my page. You bet. Oh, I can't even read those. Sorry. Not that this is helping at all. All right, I don't see any questions that I need to address right now. If you have any more questions, if you watch this later, then post your questions. I go back and read them. I do. I make sure that if you have a question, that I'm there for you. I really want to help you. I want you to love what you're doing. I want you to love sewing. I want you to love quilting. I want you to love bag making, because I love bag making. And I love a lot of pockets. In fact, I just came up with another one today that I want to do. Well, you know how ladies, so this one right here, I'll take the knot out of this. This one, I intended for this one to wear like this, right? This is how this one's going to be worn. It's going to be worn like this. I have another one. And this one, I haven't got this one written yet, but this one, you know how people wear them like this and they have a strap going around that way? This one is going to be on the website soon. I don't have this one done yet, all right? So I'm just writing the pattern right now. But this one also has 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, so not as many as this one, but I like them. Maybe I just like bags, I don't know. These are two that I definitely will use. The discount code for the bag is GRABBAG, G-R-A-B-B-A-G, grab bag. All right? Okay. I guess have a great weekend. Have a terrific weekend. And if it's raining in your area, just sit in your sewing room and just enjoy it, okay? When I was a little girl, when it would rain, I loved to color. I'd get my coloring books out, and I was just a time to just let your head explode and have fun. There's one more, while I'm thinking of that, there's one more term here, which is what I suffer with. Let me find it. Oh, I can't find it right off. But it talks about ideas piling up in your head, because that's what I do. Lots of ideas piling up in my head. And I'm sure you guys do the same thing. Don't you just see something and think, oh, I want to make that. I want to make that. And it's not coming up, but it's on here somewhere. Oh, here it is. HIPS, H-I-P-S. Hundreds of ideas piling skyward. That's what I got. That's what I got. That's what I suffer with. Sorry, you guys are going to have to just put up with it. All right. Someone said, or just order it, question mark. I'm not sure what that means. Yep, there is a discount for the bag, and it is GRABBAG, G-R-A-B-B-A-G. All right. Ask me your questions. Keep piling it on there. I would love to answer them, and I will continue answering them. I always go back and find stuff. Is that what Pinterest is for? Well, they're all up here, and I have, you can't see back over here by my desk, but I have Post-it notes all over the place, and all those Post-it notes have another idea on it. I think, oh, I want to do this. This is the name I want to call something, or I've hand drawn a little picture of something that I want to do that one, but I have to write it down or I forget, right? That's what Notes to Go are for, that little booklet that we had, right? If I don't write it down, I forget. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. Make something fun and share what you've made. Put it on here on the Facebook group. I want to see it. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you got your prize. We're going to have another one. I think maybe next week. Okay, we're going to have, I love to do drawings. I love to have prizes. I like to get something free, and I want you guys to have something free. Okay, I will talk to you all later. See you later, and enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Tell me what you did that was fun. Okay, bye-bye.